I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Double A Squad, what is good? It's Ryan, it's Kelly, it's another episode of the Armchair Authority, and we're so grateful that you guys have joined us. Is the intro too long?
Intro is not too long. It is not too long.
I just spent 2 days on the road, traveling 5 hours this way, 3 hours this way.
Well, 6 days on the road, and I'm going to make it home tonight.
That was me Tuesday night, pretty much.
All right.
But, yeah, so 5 hours here, 3 hours here, 2.5 here, 5 hours back, did the big loop type of thing, and was just trying to get as much work as I could get done in a couple days and, you know, not have to spread it out too much. A lot of podcasts that we're listening to.
Oh, good.
None of them were ours because I can't do it. It's just weird to me. I should listen to the tape and kind of go back and. But when you're this good, who needs it really?
See, is it weird? Is it weird that I listen?
No, not really.
I enjoy them, and I miss stuff all the time while we're sitting here.
I'm the one that edits it and does all that stuff. So when I go back, that's
kind of listening.
That's typically my listening.
You got to edit out my swear words.
Yeah, and those things and such. But most of the podcasts I listen to, they have really short intros. Like we're talking 10, 15 seconds max. Ours is a minute and a half.
Well, what adds to it is,
Yeah.
I think you can maneuver the ads around, right?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So I think you start it with an ad,
Yeah.
which I think if it's already, I'm not going to say it's too, I love it. I don't think it's too long.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Anyway,
most of them start with ads though too, because there's even
Right.
some that have like 2 minutes worth of ads.
Yeah, so when you slide the ads to the beginning and then it goes another minute and a half,
I like
I
that.
don't know.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah.
if you want to,
That's fair.
play with it, play with it.
That's fair. And see, and that's good information for me because typically I'm not listening to it with ads that go in there. So I mean, it's good for me to understand how all that comes across. So, maybe I should do a little bit more armchair quarterback like scouting, self-scouting on this stuff to make it a little bit better. But I've just been so exhausted lately, trying to work and be the provider and then also not lose my mind over little things that a 2-year-old's doing. And it's just like, all right, there's only so much I can handle within a day.
Understood.
Understood. Yeah, and I know I'm preaching to the choir for a lot of people out there, but it's just, yeah. But I was just thinking about that. I'm like, because I even thought about revamping it today where we just play a short section of it and then it's like,
So do
boom,
it.
right into it.
Do it.
So we'll experiment here, but
Try to find a funny part, generally yours, because you're the funny one. So generally find the funny part from last week's episode, plug it in there in a short little snip, fire up the old rock band there, and let's do it.
the hell are you talking about?
The metal music that comes at the end.
All
I
right.
mean, that's...
All right, Grandpa. Listen, you were just talking about how you want to learn how to do all that stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we gotta start with the right equipment. We gotta start with the right applications. Like,
What? Wait a minute. What are you coming at me with right now?
you're old.
Throw a snippet in there, fire up the music, at least keep some of the original theme there.
Yeah.
It'll shorten it drastically.
I'll think about it. I'll work on it.
You're going to do what you want anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't really matter.
It's true.
Hey, Kelly, check this out. Oh, great. Okay, let's go with that.
I mean, you can have some input every once in a while, but you seem to be pretty cool with it, so is what it is.
Cool.
But, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna do you. You're gonna do it.
I
trust that
I'm gonna get mine.
I trust that you are going to do what's in the best interest of this podcast. I mean, the fact I haven't been replaced, and this is episode 94. We are closing in on 100. You're going to do what's right.
I'm gonna try to.
And I'm just going to continue to show up.
Like most things in my life,
Drop my masterpiece, and out the door I go.
It's fair. Yeah, like most things in life, I try to. I look back at it and go, man, if I had given 10% more effort, I wonder what that would have looked like.
D1.
Throw a football over the mountains.
Coach would have put me in.
Exactly.
We'd have won state.
Exactly.
6 years.
But it's good to be back home. That's all I got to say. It's really nice to be back home. A couple days of, slaving away at the job, doing the travel stuff. Now I get to be home for a couple weeks, and then we go on vacation. It's going to be great. So,
remember, not a vacation. Getaway.
We are getting away.
Kids are not traveling with you. That is a getaway.
Yeah, to a completely different country. So that's going to be new. My wife brought it up the other day. She was like, we're trying to, coordinate with all the grandmas and grandpas and people who are going to watch the kids while we're gone for a week and all that stuff that we're extremely grateful for. And she's like, yeah, I just want to nail this stuff down because this is the first time that, like, not only are we going to be, like, away for a long period of time, like, we're going to be out of the country. And, like, when she said out of the country, that really kind of drove a nail into it where I was like, oh, yeah, like, we're going to be a long ways away if anything happens.
Don't put that in the universe. You don't bring the ifs in. No.
Yeah.
You plan for your trip. Kids are going to be fine.
It's going to be fine.
Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
You're going to come home, and they're going to be complete hellions for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot to look forward to. Don't even put that out.
I'm especially looking forward to the fact that, like, they're going to get spoiled for a week, and then we're going to have to come home and, like, try to, like,
put them back together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good for them. We gotta pay for it on the other side, and that's what grandparents are for, is to be the physical embodiment of love and nothing else, no discipline or anything. So,
right.
I tease my mom about that all the time. I'm like, you've just been waiting for this day where you can just, like,
man, they've been dealing with kids so long. This is nothing.
Yeah, truly. I mean, even into their late 20s.
Yeah.
Craziness. But yeah, looking forward to that. So 2 weeks probably won't have an episode unless we do something crazy and, like, record 2 next week or something. But that's that 10% extra I was talking about.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Next week is next week's a little rugged.
This is an interesting time of year because coming up with topics to talk about for the show today was a little bit rough, just because there's nothing really going on. There's playoff basketball, there's playoff hockey, which is fine. All good and well. Good stuff to talk about if you're super interested in that stuff. I have been paying attention to the basketball stuff. I know that you don't really care about basketball anymore. And
I'm watching now. It's playoff time.
Yeah. And then hockey's been actually really good. When I was in North Carolina, I always get a house with 2 other coworkers, and they're both really, one's a big Minnesota Wild fan, and the other one I think is a Chicago Blackhawks fan, but he still really loves hockey. So I get inundated with a ton of hockey throughout this time of year. So I've been paying a little bit of attention, not so much now that the Mammoth got knocked out, but they gave it a good college try. But
I thought you were an Avalanche fan.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, the Avs are really good right now, so I better jump on that bandwagon.
You should.
Yeah, considering they've scored 15 goals in like 2 games or something stupid like that.
I'm sure there's people that would love to watch the game with you for the Avalanche.
I'm sure there are.
There is.
Yeah,
they're out there.
Yeah, get in line is what I say.
They're out there.
Get in line. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on, but it's like your personal life speeds up throughout this time, but everything slows down for sports and stuff, which is great because then you can focus on more of your personal stuff. And then in the fall, like everything else, it slows down, and then there's more sports stories to talk about. So that's nice. But it doesn't leave a lot of extra room for us to kind of plan and do some extra things because, you've got a kid that's going to get ready to go off to his first year of college and start doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
You've still got one at home and another one that's going off to secondary school or whatever they call that nowadays, right?
We can just call it vet school.
There you go.
Yep.
Which is
Papa,
great.
vet school, dude.
Congratulations.
Hell yeah. Go K-State.
Yeah.
The hell with Iowa State now. We're done with them.
Yeah, let's transfer.
My money goes to Kansas State.
Yeah, so you got a lot of big things going on with your kids, which is great. I mean, they're all expanding the education. They're all getting, the stuff that they need to be able to be successful later on in life. So that's going to be great as long as, they don't pick a really pointless degree like I did to where you can only do like 4 things. So I hope and pray that that's not their case and that they're smarter than I am, which it sounds like being a veterinarian is a much better and more secure and like kind of like well-rounded job. So that's good. But the different things we'll talk about today, we're going to get into what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. There's been a lot of talk about him over the last 5-ish days between where he might go, where he might end up, and the reports that we've got as of May 7th, which is today. The Anthony Richardson saga continues. We'll talk about Russell Wilson as well. He's got a couple options on his plate, believe it or not. We will get into my favorite character in all of sports to harass and joke about, Brian Kelly, and how he's preparing for his next job. And we'll kind of round it out with some of the way too early predictions and rankings for the college football playoff and next season. And then also I have an updated version of the game that we played last week for the NFL draft stuff for Kelly, except this week it's about NFL draft busts of all time. And I have made the clues for each little bullet point much more relevant than what I did last week. So I hope you appreciate that. So the first thing I want to get into is the fact that we're hearing a lot of reports about Aaron Rodgers, and as we always do throughout this time of year, because he goes on a darkness retreat and he gets super high in a cave and doesn't talk to anybody for a while and kind of puts on the pomp and circumstance and the drama of the whole thing. But over the course of the last week or so, we have heard reports not only that the Steelers have put on some sort of like an unrestricted free agency tender on his contract to kind of control some more things, to give him like a $15 million placeholder. And then also there were reports earlier this week that he might go to Arizona.
Huh.
So it's kind of one of those deals where it's like, interesting. So the tender gets put in, and then all of a sudden there's reports about him wanting to go to Arizona, which wouldn't be like the worst thing ever for him, considering he's a California guy. LaFleur's younger brother is the coach down there. There's got a lot of good weapons, some things like that. You know, he gets to play in a dome.
True.
Wouldn't be terrible.
But look at the team surrounding you.
Correct.
Be careful.
Correct. They've fixed some offensive line things, and they've got a decent receiving core. They got the best, probably arguably one of the best receiving tight ends in the league.
And running back.
Yeah,
now.
and a good running back with Jeremiah Love.
Yep.
So I mean, there's not everything that's terrible to love, and you know who their offensive coordinator is, Kelly.
Sure do.
Who is it?
That guy.
It's Nathaniel Hackett.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Who Rodgers has just some sort
reunited, and it feels so good.
I wonder what his thing is with that guy. You just
naked pictures.
Probably. You're probably right. But it did feel like one of those.
Hey, they were in Sedona.
Yeah.
And there were some pictures taken.
That shouldn't have been taken.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been taken.
By Diana.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. All right. But
Mike, bring me the camera. I got some pictures.
All right, let me put my pants on.
Okay, carry on. In the weeds. Shit. Here we go.
Yeah. But it kind of felt like one of those stories that's like, okay, go ahead and release this so I can get a little bit more leverage with what's going on with the Steelers. And then a couple days later, being today, May 7th, now we're hearing reports that he's actually probably going to show up at the Steelers facility today and maybe sign a contract, maybe not. I've always felt that this is where he was going to go back. But the wrench that always gets thrown in with this is the fact that he and Mike McCarthy didn't leave Green Bay on good terms.
No.
And they kind of seem like they just tolerate one another.
Time heals wounds, man.
I guess.
Time heals wounds.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Each kind of got bounced around a little bit.
Yeah, but Ian Rappaport reports that it's likely Rodgers plays with the Steelers in 2026 after this free agency tender to keep some control. But they need to hammer out a real contract that's definitely worth more than $15 million. Again, Mike McCarthy being the new coach over there. So we'll see how it goes. There's also your boy Drew Aller sitting in the wings waiting to be mentored.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of different things going on there, but it kind of seems like the most logical place that he'll end up.
Drew will be mentored by the scout team coach.
Yes, there you go.
Yep.
You think he's going to end up back in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Yeah, more likely.
So prior to all of this, Pittsburgh had team needs, addressed some team needs in the draft, right? Addressed a wide receiver position in Pittman. They addressed a tackle position with the kid from Arizona State.
They're still really old, though.
I understand, but they addressed some needs, and those needs also happen to align with helping and protecting a quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think that, again, time heals wounds. I think with McCarthy coming in, I think Rodgers is familiar with him. And if somebody is going to salvage kind of what they've got going and make some good organizational moves, McCarthy might be the right guy. Rodgers recognizes that.
Could be.
He's arrogant as hell, but he's smart. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Right.
His teammates love him.
Yeah,
So-
and he's looking to preserve his career as long as he possibly can, and McCarthy might be able to help him.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen and maybe LeBron fits this mold a little bit, maybe he doesn't, but I've never seen a guy in sports be so like maligned by the media and and different fan bases. But then you talk to his teammates and they're like, "We'd lay down on a set of railroad tracks for this guy. Like, we love him. He's the best teammate I've ever had." Yada yada. Minus some Jermichael Finley and Greg Jennings type of things, but 99% of the guys out there are like, "Yeah, he's the best teammate I've ever had." It's an interesting dynamic that he has between what's perceived and what is in the locker room.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to know like what all goes into that, I guess.
And he's eating this shit up. This speculation and is Aaron going to return? Is he not? Is he going to go here? Is he coming to Pittsburgh? He eats that shit up.
I imagine
he is a headlines guy, man. And whether it was Pat McAfee or anybody else where he could go and you'd have an idle time and you hadn't heard anything about Aaron Rodgers and all of a sudden, bam, it's Aaron Rodgers and he's making headlines again. He eats this shit up.
I imagine he's got a little bit of what Trump has when it comes to like trolling people.
Yeah.
You know, like when the king came and visited and they took that picture together, and on the official White House website they post the two of them together and the tagline is "Two Kings."
Yes.
You know, after everything that's been going on.
Right.
And you do that just to piss people off.
And it works.
Yes, because it's going to trigger a specific set of people. And Aaron, I believe, does that as well. But he's kind of unapologetic with who he is and how he wants to do this thing. Because he does it every single year. I mean, it's not a surprise. It was kind of one of those things in 2020 where we're like, where is he? He's in a darkness retreat. He's doing ayahuasca. It's like, what are we doing? And then now that he's done it for like 6 straight seasons.
Yeah. Demanded a trade for 6 consecutive years from Green Bay.
Whatever.
You showing up to OTAs, big fella? Are you coming? What are we doing?
Yeah. Favre kind of did the same thing.
I think I need to be traded.
Favre kind of did the same thing, though, too. And I think some of these older guys, they just don't want to go through the rigmarole of having to do all the BS that comes along with the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Like, I think they just want to show up in, like, early August and do all the real stuff.
Yeah, they don't want to do their
season.
entire job.
Right.
Their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to do that.
They feel like they've earned some sort
They're
of right.
just gonna...
Meanwhile, we as fans are like, you realize you got a whole new class of guys coming in? And specifically for me, when he was in Green Bay, I'm like, our receiving core is like new every single year except for Devontae.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if you came in and like built some rapport with these guys instead of having to build that out until like December,
Right.
So
they're just fine-tuning things about 3 weeks before the playoffs start?
Yeah, it's great that you know what you're doing, and I think it gives you the ability to be able to do those like the really angry body language on the field when they don't run the correct route, and you can look all pissy and look like you know everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can also be coming back to you and be like, what kind of effort did you put in with this guy to make sure that he knew what route he was supposed to run?
Correct.
And
then call him out for running the wrong route in a post-game presser?
Yeah.
Yep, that's real class act.
Yeah, I have such a like love-hate relationship with him because there's certain things about his game that I'm like, I'll never be able to see it again. And then there's certain personality traits. I've been over this 100 times, but it's just...
I lean a little bit more towards the latter at this stage of my life.
I'm sure you do. Moving on, Anthony Richardson has been the topic of a lot of conversation via trade over the course of the last couple of weeks. There was a lot of people that were kind of like, oh, he could be traded. He's a first-round pick. Kind of thought he was going to be the next franchise QB for Indianapolis, but we now have official reports that say that Indianapolis Colts are officially declining his 5th-year option. This happened on May 4th, basically signaling the end of his era in Indianapolis. The Colts moved by signing Daniel Jones to a massive $88 million contract, and now it kind of seems like they're looking for a trade partner. Might go down after that June 1st deadline that we talk about.
Good luck.
Yeah, there's been some whispers about several different teams, one of them being my team, the Packers, kind of wanting to turn it into a Malik Wilson 2.0 situation where he comes in and they kind of teach him the game.
Yeah, but he's got to stay healthy.
It's true. And
he's got to stay
super
on
raw.
the field.
Richardson's trade value currently in the basement due to his 50.6% career completion rate and his injury history, as you mentioned. Adam Schefter reports that he's stuck in Indy for now as a backup because the Colts won't sell him for pennies. So it's kind of this, okay, we don't want him here, but we're not going to get rid of him unless you give us a high draft pick.
So who really has the leverage in that situation?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You kind of lost your own leverage.
Yeah, I think Richardson's got the leverage now, in my opinion.
Feels
because
like it.
All he's got to do is wait a year, and then he can go do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, and get paid to be a backup or potentially, ooh, man, my hammy's sure tight this year.
Yeah. And I don't think it's going to get any better.
No, you better send me to Germany.
And clearly there's still enough interest out there where, sometimes I feel like the NFL and their teams and their development staff kind of look at different players as disgruntled boyfriends, I can fix him.
Right.
If I just had the right tools, if he came here and would listen to me, I could fix him.
Yes.
He's a bad boy now, but he could be really good.
He is kicking the shit out of me on the daily, but I love him.
We're going that direction.
And I love him, and I'm going to fix him, and I want to be by his side when he really turns the corner.
Yes, right, and say that I was the one that stood next to him this whole time. So,
and I'm sorry, you'll have to speak to me in my other ear because he completely collapsed the eardrum in this one.
Dude. So, Richardson requested a trade, but nobody's calling. He went from the future of the franchise to the most athletic clipboard holder in the AFC South. So it's a pretty brutal reality check for him. This is one of the things where when he was in Florida and then he got drafted in the first round, I was very surprised that the Colts took that big of a flyer on him. Because I thought maybe they were going to develop him into another position because he's that athletic and he never completed any more than 50% of his passes in college. Now he's doing the same thing in the pros. He's not shown any sort of, and obviously he hasn't been on the field because he's been injured. But then you add in all of the other weird stuff where he just asks to be taken out of a game,
right? Because
he's tired.
Yeah,
that doesn't go over very well. That tells you there's some mental stuff going on there as far as like his ability to grind and do those things. So, yeah, a lot of different red flags here, but I do think that it's kind of shifted the power struggle back towards him where, he's already sitting out. He's already backup. Yeah. I got to wait another year, and then I can kind of go do whatever I want. I think I'm fine with that. And then the Colts lose out on a lot of stuff. So,
yeah.
Speaking of weird and options, Russell Wilson currently has 2 options on the plate, one of which I don't want to see, and the other I'm not really sure about. But apparently he's got a TV offer. He's a weird guy, and I don't think I need to see him on TV. But reports from May 1st indicate that Wilson is in deep discussions to join CBS on the NFL Today staff, and he would fill the seat for the vacant Matt Ryan, who left to go to the Falcons front office. The other option, Kelly...
Well, the nice thing about that, though, is CBS wouldn't have to pay him because Denver still is.
That's true. Yeah. Are they done now? Yeah. The other option, Kelly, which this is kind of a heaven or hell situation, he could go play for the Jets.
Wow.
So,
well, he's already in New York.
Yeah.
Right? He was with the Giants.
Yeah.
Just different stadium.
So the Jets have been linked to him as a potential backup/mentor to Geno Smith, which is a crazy thing to say because Geno Smith is like a 10-plus year veteran. So, what? And I'm like, okay, it's kind of the same player, in my opinion. You're winning 6 games with Geno, or you're winning 6 games with Russ?
They're just both going to get together and talk about the great times in Seattle.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to do.
Yeah,
reminisce.
Yeah. I saw something the other day. This is completely random, but Tyrod Taylor is still in the league.
Yes, he was. Somebody just signed him.
I think the Packers did.
I believe you're right.
Yes,
I laughed and I was going to send it to you and say what the F is going on here.
But the fact that he's like a 15-year vet. And that guy's career was kind of like...
Is he down to 1 lung now?
I don't know. It got punctured.
Did it ever fill back up? I don't know.
Yeah.
I shouldn't make fun of that. Why am I making fun of that? I shouldn't make fun of that. So here's a little random, too.
Yeah.
Every time I read or hear Russell Wilson, I immediately get Tiger Woods' head or picture in my mind. I hear Russell Wilson, and my image is Tiger Woods. Why is that?
I don't know. Most people get Russell Wilson and Russell Westbrook mixed up.
Nope. Tiger Woods. Immediately, the image of Tiger Woods appears when you say Russell Wilson.
They don't even look the same.
I get it, but it's the weirdest shit because I just looked at this on your list. Russell Wilson and Tiger Woods showed up in my head.
Because of their fall from grace?
I'm not sure what it is.
Precipitous fall from like, hey, you're going to be an MVP, perennial, maybe a multi-time Super Bowl winner, to... Now you're either going to back up Geno Smith or be on TV.
I don't know. Maybe it's just...
You're going to break Jack Nicholson's records and be the best golfer of all time to you're going to rehab again.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Just the weirdest correlation. I don't even know.
It's spicy. Have you seen Russell's Subway commercials?
No.
Dude.
I have never been able to get past let's ride. Let's ride.
He is the cringiest guy in the world.
Oh, no.
Oh, where's my audio? Oh, no.
Unmute, it says up there.
Where?
Top.
There it is. Nice. Good eyes.
You're welcome.
You want to split this Subway sandwich? It is my signature sandwich. It's called the Danger Witch. And it's dangerously good. Be careful, though. It's spicy. You ever done anything dangerous?
Like make the world's most awkward Subway commercial.
Can you make that stop?
Jeez. That is dangerous.
They just let him go.
I've done something like that.
There's
too.
so much background noise too. It's like the wrapper and the crunching.
Then he missed his mouth when
Yeah.
he went up there with the sandwich
One
once.
time? Ugh, never mind. That's too dangerous. Anyways, my danger witch, it's only in the vault. That's our little secret.
That's
I
terrible.
feel like he needs to be on a list.
That's terrible.
Like, if you didn't know the context of that video, and obviously this is an audio medium, so maybe you've never seen it and you heard that. No, he is not in the back of a white window panel van.
Trying to lift the couch by himself?
No, just
wearing
like,
a fake cast.
like trying to coerce somebody into his van.
Right.
You want to try my
Can
sandwich?
you help me with this?
It's spicy.
That was bad. That was bad.
Oh, it's terrible.
Does he look heavier?
That was from a couple years ago.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But it's just like they just let him go. Why? Because the Broncos did that too, because there's the compilation of him doing the let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, let's ride.
They'll let that go for 2 or 3 minutes or however long it was, and they'll get about 15 different snippets out of there to actually put in a commercial. That's how they'll cut it. They'll cut it in snippets. You ever do anything dangerous? Subway, eat fresh.
Guess.
That's how they'll do it.
It's still not good.
They'll
The
just cut it up.
The delivery's terrible.
It's awful, but
It's-
they'll cut it
yeah.
up that way.
But I do find myself often going, it's spicy.
It's spicy.
But nobody gets the reference because it's so terrible.
I
But,
will
yeah.
now.
Yep. Well, so that is why I'm a little bit nervous about him going to CBS. What is he going to do in front of the camera every single week?
Who knows?
How awkward is he going to be?
Maybe he knocks it out of the park, though.
Maybe.
Maybe. Football mind, played a lot of games, played in a lot of big games, played with some really good athletes around him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a nice
If you were
nice
his
look on
advisor,
things.
what would you tell him to do?
Go to CBS.
CBS.
Your football career is over.
Yeah.
Like, you're done. I mean,
Yeah.
any speculation about him playing is as a backup.
Yeah.
And you know, if you back up Geno Smith, you could start 6 games. I mean, that might really happen.
Yeah.
But no, go take the TV offer and go do the thing. He might do a nice job.
He might. Yeah.
You know, he's not a color analyst. He's not a play-by-play guy. He's not doing that. He would be at the table. So, I mean, his time would be minimal, but he could probably. I am struggling to speak today.
You got a lot on your mind.
He could.
You got a lot going on.
I do.
Yeah.
I really do. Anyway, he could provide some really nice insight. I think he might actually do a nice job.
As what to do and what not to do when negotiating your contract after leaving your franchise.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I mean, he could provide a lot of good information on how to swindle different franchises out of like a butt ton of money, a private office, his own parking spot, and just, you know, really advise some of these guys on what they're supposed to do, on how to get the most out of their contract, but do nothing on the field.
Yeah, because he'll roll in his entourage, right? The
Yeah.
makeup artist and the hair artist and the fingernail artist and and now he's a sandwich artist. You know, it's spicy, but he's
Well done. Well done.
That is correct.
oh man, get me loose,
was-
get me
that
off
was
the cuff,
good.
baby.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
That's
and
where I'm going.
Yeah, sandwich artist.
He's got the entourage and he's got all these people.
Yeah.
You know? Hell, he could just
Okay.
he could provide services for the entire crew sitting on NFL.
Here's
today.
the real question. If I showed you his commercial for Subway and then showed you Jared's commercial for Subway and you didn't know any information about either of them, who's the pedophile?
See, that's hard. That's hard.
Don't say it like that either.
right. But that's difficult, Ryan. I mean, you can't unknow things.
I'm just
so
saying,
I can't
in a world.
I can't answer that
In a
question.
world.
You can't unknow it. Now the voices and whatever.
Yeah.
That's creepy. That's creepy.
It's spicy.
Right.
Have you ever done anything dangerous? And then it plays it like a...
And then in
it
comes
plays-
Jared. I've done a lot of things dangerous.
Yeah. Check this out. No! What are you doing? Making a mistake. Making a mistake.
Making a mistake. I call this one felony number 7.
Chris Hansen. Hello. Welcome to the podcast. All right, Kelly, time to redeem yourself. Actually, you did pretty well last time. So,
Game time.
is this going to be loud?
Game time. All right, I got to do a little mic adjust here.
All right.
What's going on here?
Only difference is there's only 4. No, I did 5.
Yeah.
Never mind. I did 5. So this is another bulletin point quiz where each bulletin point, if you get it, if you get it right on the first one, you get 5 points. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off.
So if you get it right on the first one, you're doing well. If you get it right on the last one, you're not doing so hot. So this is for all-time NFL draft busts. The years range from 1986 to
Courtney Brown.
1986 to 2013. Okay,
Cool beans.
ready for the first one?
Roger. Courtney Brown.
And I tried to make these a little bit
Mandrich.
easy.
Tony
bud.
Mandrich.
Easy, bud. I tried to make these a little bit easier than last time, where it was just like, this guy was a human being.
Jamarcus Russell.
All right. So number 1, this QB was
Jamarcus
picked.
Russell.
Stop. This QB was picked number 1 overall in the 2002 NFL draft.
Who considers them a bust? I have to. You get to.
The general consensus is this
Awesome.
person was a bust.
2002 picked number 1 overall. Man. Okay, who was 1 overall? I mean, there's been a lot. Clearly, I keep leaning.
Roughly like, what year of the NFL are we in now? A lot.
Here's the problem. I keep leaning towards like Alex Smith,
Sure.
and I
Rightfully so.
and
But he's not a bust.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm trying to think of like 2002. Jamarcus Russell.
No.
Okay, let's keep going.
Bullet point number 2.
So this is 4 points now. If I get
This
it
is
right.
for 4 points.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
He played for 5 seasons, throwing for 13,000 yards, 59 touchdowns, and 65 interceptions. 5 seasons with the franchise that drafted him.
No, next.
He played college at Fresno State.
Oh, Carr. David Carr.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's a 3.
That is correct.
Well done. My other 2 bullet points were going to be, he has a little brother that also played in the NFL,
Derek
and he was drafted by the Houston Texans.
was
Very good. All right, so we start off with
horrible.
3 points. Not too bad. You're right in the middle. You ready for number 2?
Ready.
All right. Nice. This wide receiver was taken 5th overall in the 2012 NFL draft.
You might as well just move on.
All right. Bullet point number 2 for 4 points. He played 20 games over 2 seasons with his franchise team that drafted him, hauling in 93 catches for 6 touchdowns and just shy of 1,300 yards.
2000 what year?
2012.
This is a Chief. What's the guy's name? He's from Pitt. Ended up getting I'm wrong. Carry on. Next one.
Okay. Bullet point number 3 for 3 points. He played his college ball at Oklahoma State.
Oh. Oklahoma State. Des Bryant was Oklahoma State, but he's not a bust. Oh, man. Played for the Jaguars. Name escaping. Played for the Jaguars. Wars. Played for the Jags. Next one. Damn
All right,
it.
For 2 points.
I've got his... I know who it is.
For 2 points. He won the award. He won the Freddie...
You know what? Bolitnikov. It's not going to help. It's not going to help because I can't remember his freaking name. It's not going to help. I'm going to take a 0.
He was drafted by the Jags.
I'm going to take a 0. I can't remember his freaking name.
Justin Blackman.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Son of a motherless goat.
You get that.
I had him on 3.
Get that mic a little closer to your...
I know. I had him on 3 and I couldn't. Damn it.
Anyway, the Bolitnikov Award, which honors the best wide receiver in college football, which he won each of his last 2 seasons in college
He was
football.
so good at
Yeah.
Oklahoma State.
Yep. All right, number 3. You ready?
Lord.
This QB was drafted number 1 overall in 2007.
Jamarcus Russell.
That is correct.
That's a 5. That's a redeemer.
The other bullet points for him would have been...
I don't care.
He played for 3 seasons with this franchise, throwing for 4,000 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 23 interceptions.
Raiders.
He played for the for who?
Where he played? LSU.
Yes, he played at LSU. He is also best known for falling asleep in team meetings, disappearing from the last day of organized team activities within the 2009 season without any explanation, and reportedly formed an addiction to purple drank.
Well, there you go. I mean, that could be Kyler Murray. That could be Johnny Manziel. That could be, nameless.
Yeah.
Redemption.
All right.
Redemption.
Ready for number 4?
Yeah, I guess. I'm
sitting
at 8, by the way.
That's all right. This offensive lineman was drafted number 7 overall in the 1986 NFL draft.
Tony Mandrich.
No.
Shit. Number something overall.
Number 7 overall in the 1986 NFL draft.
Yeah, carry on. Move on.
He played 3 seasons for this team, started 3 games, and played a total of 28 games for this franchise.
You might as well go to the next.
He played his college ball at West Virginia University.
Well, that didn't help. Move on again.
He had a career-ending hip injury in 1988.
I don't know. I'm taking a 0.
And was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm taking a 0. I don't have any idea. I don't even know.
I have to get the pronunciation right. Give me 1 second. It is Brian Josviak.
Not a clue.
Offensive tackle taken number 7 overall in the 1986 NFL draft.
1986 NFL draft.
Yep.
That's amazing. I was 12, and the guy played 3 games. Holy freaking recipe for failure. Great. Yeah, I remember Brian when I was 12. Shit, I couldn't even spell Brian at 12.
Okay, then. Number 5.
Dude, this is such a failure.
Number 5. This defensive end was drafted 3rd overall in the 2013 NFL draft.
Courtney Brown.
Nope.
No, he was 1 or 2.
He played for 3 seasons with this franchise, totaling 46 tackles and 3 sacks, and he played he played college ball at Oregon.
And he was an edge?
He was an edge. Yep, defensive end.
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Not only was he drafted number 3 overall, but the team that traded up for him traded up from number 12. After his first 2 seasons, he was suspended 4 games for violating the substance abuse policy of the NFL.
Not a clue.
And was drafted by the Miami Dolphins.
Yep, 0.
Deion Jordan.
Not a chance. 0. That, my friend, is an 8-point day.
All right.
8.
All right, you got 15.
8 points.
You got 15 last week.
This is dumb. And this game was supposed to be yours this week. I'm creating my own for you.
I told you weren't going to do it.
I know. I'm going to do it. I am now. I got 8. Holy shit. I don't know anything.
I thought maybe it'd be a little easier, but...
Dude, you put a 1986 O-lineman...
Chief.
I don't care. He played 3 games.
Right.
I wasn't watching the draft.
Right in your wheelhouse.
Did they even televise
I know who
the draft?
Tony Mandrich is, and he was drafted in 1989.
Because he sounds like a sandwich. And he was also a Packer at one point, wasn't he?
He was drafted by the Packers.
There you go. See, that's why you know who. No. This guy played 3.
You just used my own logic.
Did they even tell...
He was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs, dumbass.
Dude, I'm 40 years older than you are. I'm 40 years older than
Tony
you are.
Mandrich was born 3 years before I was... Or was drafted 3 years before I was born.
You give me...
You were 12. I was -3.
You give me an O-lineman that played 3 games during a draft that they didn't even televise then.
How many games did Tony Mandrich play? Oh, I don't know because I wasn't fucking born.
I bet.
That's why.
Classic. Tony Mandrich played 28 games. Oh, 86.
86. He played 6 seasons.
Well,
He played 3 seasons with the Packers. 89, 90, and then Kelly, I was born in 1991.
Yeah, well, guess what? That son of a bitch played 83 more games than Brian DiGiorgio.
He played 45 games before I was even born.
Yeah, he played 83 more.
He was the second overall pick in the 89 draft.
Of course he was.
How do you know who Tony Mandrich is for the Packers, but 3 years prior to that, you don't know who Brian Jovich?
Because they made a big freaking deal about him. And if you watch anything that's related to the biggest bust in the NFL, Mandrich shows up in top 5 of every guy. One of them.
And I quote, I've been a Chiefs fan since 1976.
9, asshole. 9.
You act like
8 of 20. 8 of 20. Why don't I just steer into a freaking guardrail?
You're just mad that you missed the Chief one, and you're like, oh yeah, all right, fair enough.
I'm mad that you gave me one that played 3 games for the Chiefs in a draft year when I was 12. And I would not know that. In fact, without really sitting down and studying, I probably couldn't tell you who the starting quarterback was that year.
Could you name the last, 5 first-round picks for the Chiefs?
Well, did they have to be in order?
Give me 1 sec here. Last 5. Chiefs draft picks. Ba-na-na-na-now. All right, do you know who they draft? Let's just go with 2022.
I don't know, but let's go Eric Fisher.
You're not helping me.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
It just showed up. 2022, who they draft in the first round?
Oh, that's 4 years ago.
They had 2 first-round picks that year, neither of which play for the team anymore.
Well, that worked out well. Probably a kid from Clemson.
The 21st overall pick was Trent McDuffie.
Yep, we like him.
And the
He got traded.
30th overall pick was George Karlaftis.
Oh, George.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them. See? Told you.
2023.
Karlaftis still plays for the Chiefs.
Oh, he wasn't the guy that got traded that you were all...
No. McDuffie got traded.
Oh, I was thinking of the offensive lineman. Who's the offensive lineman that went to the Bears that you were all like...
Yeah, Joe Tooney.
Tooney, there you go.
Yeah, Tooney.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah.
Round 1, pick 31. In 23...
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Man. Ozuma?
Oh, from Kansas State.
Yeah.
Yep. He's on the team, but he doesn't really have any meaningful minutes.
Yeah. How about 24's first round pick, number 28 overall?
24. Well, How long has Clyde been in the league?
How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Too damn old. 52.
Okay.
Right?
So we can't remember who was drafted when we were 12, and we can't remember who was drafted when we were 50. So
I can tell you who's presently on the team.
Who got drafted first overall for the Chiefs last year?
That's a great question. That's an amazing question. Did they even have a first round pick last year?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Did they even have a first round pick last year?
They sure did. They had the 32nd in 2025.
32nd. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. No, it's not.
No, it was Josh Simons.
Josh Simmons. Ohio State.
Xavier Worthy was in 24. That should have been the easy one. So
who?
Xavier Worthy, your wide receiver.
Oh yeah, that's first round, huh?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was a first round draft pick.
Yeah, they took him at like 32.
Ugh.
And clearly it must have been in like 2021.
I don't know.
Maybe even earlier.
I don't even know.
He sucked.
just proves that we don't know anything.
Clyde Edwards, I believe, Helaire left the Chiefs, went somewhere. I think I heard that he was back on their roster at the end of last season. Maybe scout team, practice squad, whatever.
A lot of names. Scored a game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Really good at LSU.
Yeah.
Not so good in the NFL.
Yeah.
8 of 20.
That's not passing.
That's amazing.
What is that, a 40%?
See, I guessed 2 of them last week without even hearing the freaking parameters. Man. Stop using the word parameters, Kelly. You say it too much. Fine.
Dude.
I use the word parameters too much. I use the word acclamation too much. I repeat myself. I say things twice. I got a lot to focus on. This is why I listen to the podcast.
There's a lot of critics out there.
I'm telling you.
You know?
You've made it.
Yeah.
When you're getting critics like that.
Yeah. It's
big
good.
deal.
It's
big
good.
freaking deal.
It's good. Love it. Speaking of critics and guys we like to rib on, Kelly.
Yeah.
My name's Ryan. Your name's Kelly. Pretty close if you put them together. Could be Brian Kelly, but it's not.
Hold on. Let me check AI.
So, after Brian Kelly leaves LSU, he is now a free agent in the coaching realm. So what is he doing? He's currently prepping for his next coaching opportunity. How is he doing this, Kelly?
He's doing that via two AI sources.
He's doing this in a way only Brian Kelly can, because he's the best to ever do it, to ever consistently get fired from really good jobs.
And all he has to do is type that into ChatGPT, and it will tell him the same thing.
So it's going to be a lot of editing. Thank you. I love it when we record on the day before I got to put it out.
You, my friend, are welcome.
Yeah, it's good. In an interview with USA Today on May 6th, which is yesterday as of time of recording, Kelly admitted that he is using AI tools like Claude and ChatGPT every single day to role-play coaching interviews.
Can you please say Coach Kelly as you reference him? I don't want to get mixed in with this guy.
Fair enough.
Coach Kelly.
Coach. Hey, coach. With the goal being that he is feeding the AI prompts to act as an athletic director. He wants to build a bulletproof answer sheet for the next time that he's in a boardroom. The logic, says Coach Kelly, I'm asking questions to build some of those answers that I think can be helpful for me as I get in front of an athletic director.
Question.
He specifically wants to be ready for the next iteration of the sport, being whether it be NIL, the portal, or revenue sharing.
That's fine, and that's fine. You want to stay ahead. AI's the future. Everybody's using it. I get it. Across the board, AI is it. I totally get that. I'm not going to beat him up for that. The thing I have with this, how long has he been coaching?
Long time.
Figure it out. How many years has he coached?
Okay.
A decade?
You're like yelling at me, but
a decade worth?
I'm figuring it out. Hold on. Keep talking so I can type this.
So here's my question. You've been a coach, and you're going to tell me exactly how long. You don't know the answers to these questions? You've been in a program. You've been in multiple programs.
35 years, starting his head coaching career in 1991, the year I was born.
And they just got bigger as they went along.
And has had lead teams at Grand Valley State, Central Michigan, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, and most recently LSU, becoming the winningest active coach in major college football with 313 victories.
Correct. With all of that, you don't know the answers that an athletic director is going to shoot your way. You've been a part of 5 different programs, 2 of them being awfully prestigious programs that probably know how to do things the right way.
Some would say like 2 of the at least top 10 prestigious programs in the entire nation.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you aren't prepared for questions? You're not able to sit in front of an athletic director and they ask a question and you just go, okay, let's see. I'm going to go back over my 35-year career and say, yeah, here's my answer. No. Like, what do you need to get ahead of, Brian Kelly? What do you need to get ahead of that 35 years of coaching hasn't already taught you? What experience do you not have?
Well,
you know how to be a portal pilot.
Yeah.
You know how to navigate NIL. You know how to do all that. We saw you dancing up there with your big time recruit down there in LSU and your phony ass Southern accent and all that.
Come on down to LSU now. I'm Brian Kelly.
What do you not know already?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like, what are you
even if some
trying
people
to
want to make the
fine-tune?
argument, if some people want to make the argument of like, well, NIL and all that stuff is different. No, it's really not. It's just now they get to do it.
He doesn't do that. There's people at the universities that do that.
To that point, but this is already something they've been doing for years behind the books.
They've been playing.
The previous
athletes for
LSU
years.
coach even talked about it. He's like, now we just don't have to pay you through the back door anymore.
Right.
You know,
Saban
like,
admitted to it.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for years.
Well,
Like, he don't handle money.
Yeah.
Like they'll say, hey, Brian, this is what we got available.
Pretty much.
We
Somebody
got
else.
this many guys on the
Yeah.
table, so if you want to average this out and figure this out, you can offer this much
Yeah.
to this kid. Okay, hey, how about $13 million?
Finger to the ear. Oh, okay, $13 million. Hey, we got $13 million to offer you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like to imagine that he's sitting back there with one of those old school like calculators with the little crank on it with the little green hat and typing in numbers and going, all right, well, if we diversify here, we can offer you $8 million. How does that sound? No, he's not the one doing that shit. He's just the one that's supposed to persuade them into the scheme and how he's going to use them in the system.
There's some geek in a cubicle somewhere that's cranked all these numbers out, and they put it down on an offer sheet, and the offer sheet goes into Brian Kelly's desk, and he slides it, and he goes, here's what we got available.
Right. Yeah.
This is what we got. Somebody does the work way ahead of time on that. What can he not answer in 35 freaking years,
He needs to
Ryan?
be able, and you're right, he needs to be able to answer the questions about personnel, how he's going to treat his staff, how is it going to be different than it was from previous regimes, like all sorts of things. I mean, is Claude going to sit there and ask him about how he didn't check in with a previous student athlete that was in the hospital for multiple weeks and didn't even send him so much as a text?
Yeah, AI isn't going to get you character points, man, because what they're going to check on as much as anything is your character. They're going to want to know that side of it, and AI is not going to get you that.
Yeah,
it'll get you the precise answers for numbers, stats, all that other stuff, and portal answers and whatever it is. But it's not going to give you character.
Is it going to ask you questions like, how come over your 35-year career you've never been able to get your team ready for a big moment in a big game, and you always seem to fall on your face in those moments?
Right. If you find a wallet, do you look around to see if anybody sees you take it?
Yeah.
No. You turn it into the house closest to you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Do you return your shopping cart?
Exactly.
Jackass. I bet he doesn't. I bet he's that guy that like puts it up on the curb so it doesn't roll away. And then somebody calls him out on it and is like, "Why don't you go return that? The cart return is right behind you."
Yeah.
Well, they got people for that.
Right, but the car next to him is nicer than his, so he bangs that cart off that sumbitch about 3 times before he hops it up on the curb.
Yeah,
that's that guy.
Yeah. So using Claude and ChatGPT, Coach Kelly,
thank you,
actually gave a scouting report on a different AI model, which is hilarious for a guy known for his old school grit. On Claude, he says it's better at predicting some things outside the lines, so things like high level strategy and organizational culture. Whereas on ChatGPT, he calls it much more driven down the center, likely for hard facts and standard procedures. And then using the application, he's using them to profile recruiting targets, manage the transfer portal, and create player profiling systems.
Yes. You've seen the commercial, right? Whether it's Microsoft Edge or whatever it is, but they use Copilot or they use an AI app, and I should know that, but I don't. But they use an AI thing, and you see the black coach sitting back there, and he's like, all right, give me the 5 linebackers that run a 40 under 5 point whatever.
Sure.
Or 4 point whatever. And it narrows down the list. Okay, give me the guy that leads the team in tackles, blah, blah, blah. And it narrows down the list. That's the AI stuff that they're using at that level at this point. I mean, that's the profile stuff. But in terms of like to nail an interview with somebody, man, you really got to look back on where you've been and what you've done.
Yeah.
Hey, I can tell you, Mr. Athletic Director, this is something that I did that really didn't work and it blew up in my face. And boy, I learned a valuable lesson from it. This is what I'm going to do now. Man, use your life experience. Use that.
Yeah.
The rest of that shit can be figured out.
Well, and I think a little peek behind the curtain is I often try to use Google Gemini to kind of like sort out thoughts and really just simplify some of the stuff that we talk about. So I start that as like a jumping off point and then use it to collect my thoughts on some other things. Well, the thing that I typically tend to run into is it's wrong a lot.
Very much so.
To the point where I have to correct it on certain things. So, for instance, one of the stories it gave me was the NFL Mendoza watch begins. So with rookie minicamps kicking off tomorrow on May 8th, all eyes are on Las Vegas and Tennessee. And then it goes into the debate over Fernando Mendoza, in parentheses, Titans, versus Ty Simpson, Rams, is heating up as fans are prepping for the first footage of these rookies. And so at the very bottom, I just said, Mendoza's not on the Titans. And it goes, you're 100% right. I crossed my wires. Mendoza is absolutely a Raider. I mixed up my own notes from earlier, and Tennessee held this is funny, they held the number 1 overall pick originally, but it was Vegas who moved up into that spot to secure Mendoza as the face of the franchise. So it goes through this whole thing, and I said, the Titans didn't trade the number 1 spot to the Raiders. I said, where are you getting your information from? And it goes, you caught me again. That's a blatant error on my part. I completely mischaracterized the Titans' role in that number 1 pick. The Las Vegas Raiders held the number 1 overall pick and selected Mendoza because they finished with the league's worst record. There was no trade between the Titans and the Raiders for that top spot.
Look at you just hammering down.
Well, I'm like
down like look
it's
at
done
me.
This to me before where I'm like, can you give me the scores of these games over the weekend? And And I know some of the scores, but I don't know all 5 that I'm looking for. And at one point in time, it told me that the Niners had beaten somebody, and I said, the Niners lost. Oh, you're 100% correct. I got something crossed. So
you just want AI to tell you that Ryan's right again.
I guess.
Ryan's
But
right
then
again.
I said, I'm afraid to ask you anything else because it seems like you don't know what you're talking about half the time.
You're having an all-on conversation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she goes, that's completely... And it's in a female voice, so that's why I said she. But yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
yeah,
you're gonna get
good
for that one.
That's completely fair and honest. I deserve that. I've been mixing up my notes and it says hallucinating some of the 2026 details, which is exactly the kind of bad take we usually get roasted for on the podcast. And she said, I've gone back through the actual 2026 receipts and I'm making sure I'm not giving you any more I don't know shit information. Here is all the verified 2026 top 5.
It's like she's getting angry. AI is getting angry.
A few days ago in Pittsburgh, and then I almost said the draft wasn't a few days ago in Pittsburgh. It was like 2 weeks ago, but I didn't. I kind of left it at what it was. But anyway, I bring all of that stuff up to basically say, I wonder how much he's actually cross-referencing what he's seeing within these AI models. Because I think it would be totally on brand for him and absolutely hilarious if we ever found out the answers that he gave some of these ADs during these interviews. And they went back and were like, that guy's a moron. Some of the stuff he was talking about with NIL and the portal,
right,
not even close to being relevant to what we're doing. And then they can go back and go, all right, the AI stuff makes a lot more sense now. While AI is very helpful with creating some certain things and makes things a lot more streamlined, it is still far from being the all-powerful wizard behind the curtain that everybody wants it to be.
Yeah.
So there is some stuff that goes into this, Kelly, as to why he's doing that and why he's bringing this out. And of course, in Brian Kelly fashion, it all has to do with he's going to get his, and it's all about Brian.
Yep.
So there is kind of this good faith legal twist that goes along with it. So the $54 million buyout, which we talked about on the pod, I don't know, 2 months ago? Or however long that was, where there was some stuff going on between him and LSU and how he was fired without cause and kind of do all these things. And LSU was like, yeah, you might be right or whatever. So it's triggered a massive buyout. However, per his contract, Kelly has legal obligations to make a good faith and reasonable, sustained effort to find a new job. So now here we have him on USA Today talking about how he's making a good faith, reasonable, and sustained effort to find a new job by training with AI.
Right.
So that he can keep his $54 million.
Correct.
This guy's such a sleazeball douchebag that I can't even get past it, man.
He's got it figured out.
I mean,
he's got it. He's better than Lane Kiffin.
If he put as much effort into some of these hustles that he puts in as he did into like his coaching and preparing his teams to win national championships, he'd be the best coach ever.
It works for him, man. It works. Smart guy. Got it figured out.
In all the wrong ways, though.
Find the loop. Doesn't matter. Find the loophole. Exercise it. Get after it.
Right. Wild.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So the take
I'm still
the take is this is partially a legal move by publicly talking about how he's grinding with AI to prep for his interviews. He's creating a paper trail that shows he's trying to find work so that LSU has to keep paying him his $54 million check.
I'm still perplexed that you were having an all-on talk shit conversation with Gemini.
Oh, I call it out all the time.
You're wrong.
I call it out all the time.
What's wrong with you?
Well,
I'm not going to ask you for anything else because I'm finding you wrong.
I have blatantly told it at times where I'm like, do I need to go somewhere else to get my information because you don't know what you're talking about? So, but the reason I do that is because you have to. It's a learning system, right? So every time you type something into it, it learns how you talk, how you type, the things that you're looking for, and it basically tailors the conversation towards who you are. Which is why it puts in some of those phrases like "you don't know shit" or the talking about the pod or whatever else, and it will take all of the conversations that you've had in other prompts as well, and then tailor them towards how you talk and how you receive information. So if I do that consistently, it's gonna know that I'm gonna it better get its shit straight, otherwise I'm gonna call it out.
Or else, you better give me the right shit, or else.
Because I use it, we have to use it for work all the time too. Because our business recently went into a AI first mentality. That's what they're doing. So it's just
comical
conversations all the time about AI. We go to training on AI all the time. So I have a lot of experience with it and using it. So that's why I do it, because you need to be able. It's just training. You're training it to do what you want it to do, and you can set it different prompts. I don't know how much you guys have used it for in your office. Probably not at all.
No, not a lot.
Yeah, probably not at all, which is probably a good thing.
Well, I don't. Anyway, but others might. I don't know.
So
I've used it on a personal level to develop some of those quizzes and whatever, and they were wrong. I mean, you're like, wait, what do you mean? What the hell you mean?
Right.
And I mean, they were wrong. So I'm like, okay, well, we're all done with that.
But I mean, nothing more, nothing to assert your dominance or power more than telling a computer that it doesn't know what it's talking about.
You're right. And then have her admit it.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Because all the other women in my life.
Gemini falls on the sword.
Yeah. All the other women in my life, I can't get it to do that.
Yeah.
I can't get it to admit
I'm not
that it's
touching
wrong.
that.
Yeah.
10-foot pole, not touching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna make it. Usually, you can have it read it, but I don't know if I can do that. You can do it on the phone, which is pretty funny. Oh, you're totally right. I was way off on that. My bad. So you're sorry. Tell me I'm handsome.
Get on your knees and tell me you're sorry.
Whoa. So yeah, I incredibly on brand for Brian Kelly. We'll see where he ends up going. I can't imagine he's going to get another really favorable job after.
He will.
You think so?
He will.
I don't know.
There's someone out there for everyone, Ryan, and that includes college football teams. Somebody's going to reach, and they're going to give him a shot.
Where would you think?
Because he's going to have the right freaking answers. That's why.
That's true.
They're going to love it, and they're going to take him.
Yeah.
And Brian's grown up, and he's matured a lot now.
Yeah.
He's suffered some losses, and he's ready to go now. New mindset. I'm ready.
Where do you think he goes? If you could, what's a good fit for him?
UCLA.
Just
he'll be a West Coaster.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Just because Chip Kelly went there?
Utah.
Or whatever. Utah. All right.
BYU's coach is a hot commodity. He might stick around a couple more years and peel out. Brian's good for BYU.
Okay.
Just look at a school right now that has a really good coach, and then they're going to get plucked because that's what happens anymore in college football, and then Brian will fill in.
I would say any school that's got some sort of like yellow, seems to be tight in
gold or yellow?
Gold, like a yellow hue.
Army.
Ooh, there you go.
Huh?
Yeah.
Army.
Oh, man,
UCF.
Yeah.
Is UCF still golden? They're gold and black, right? UCF?
The Knights or whatever? Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
Yeah. We'll see how.
Let's just make a list of gold schools.
Yeah, exactly. Gold and yellow.
Just
kind of seems like,
my university was gold and brown. Maybe Brian ends up there. Pretty prestigious joint.
Gold and brown. Piss and shit. Let's go.
Yeah, that's it. Doo-doo brown, we called it.
My dad graduated from the University of Wyoming. And so it's the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
My university actually mirrored University of Wyoming, where we had the Mustang on the helmet and all the stuff. It was almost an identical logo.
Yeah.
White, yellow stripe,
Yeah.
It's like, what are we? We're the makeshift. We're the Brand X Cowboys.
So they're the Cowboys. What were you guys?
Mustangs. That's right.
Should just put a car on the side of your helmet or something.
Right.
That would have been cool.
GT.
Cobra. Last little story here is there. Oh, did you do your awards?
Yeah.
You've got them ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's jump over to that. So
I come prepared.
Good. What do you want? What do you want for background music?
Not Shiver. Give me something different. I don't like. You know what? I don't like our intro anymore. I want the Shiver gone. Like it's time. It's time to spice shit up. We need to make some changes. I'll go with Classic Battle.
All right.
I'm down with that.
All right. So
I'm ready to roll.
We did this last year.
You ready to roll with this?
Let's do it. I need to write these down. We did this last year. I think you came pretty close with a couple of them. I think you had picked Joe Burrow to win MVP last year.
Did.
Had he not gotten injured,
might have.
Probably would have won it.
Yep.
Because they almost worked their way back to the playoffs in the end.
Indeed.
Yeah. So Kelly is going to give you his way too early NFL awards predictions.
These aren't early. These are spot on.
So as of May 7th, 2026, he's going to tell you who's going to win the MVP.
Got it.
Who's going to win Coach of the Year.
Surefire.
Who's going to be the offensive rookie
Bingo.
of the year. Who's going to be the defensive rookie of the year.
Yep.
Who's going to win defensive player of the year. And who's going to win comeback player of the year.
Got it all.
Let's start with the comeback player of the year. Who is going to be your 2026 NFL comeback player of the year and why?
Number 15 for the beloved Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes.
100%.
Comeback player of the year.
Yep.
NFL needs it. Pat needs it.
100%.
Everybody needs.
Even if he did
number
fake
15.
Even if he did fake his knee injury.
He faked it as much as Ant faked his bone bruise. We're good to go.
Patrick
That is
Mahomes,
pretty crazy, by the way. 9 days of having an inverted knee, and then you just come back and you're fine.
And you knocked down about 42 points. And yeah.
Crazy. Anyway.
Pat Mahomes, comeback player of the
Patrick
year.
Mahomes. Yeah, that feels right, doesn't it? It feels like it's tailor-made.
Well, it's the only guy that was really good that was gone.
He wasn't that good last year, though.
He was great.
No.
He was great. Did you see him in preseason?
We've been on record actually talking about how the last couple of years he hasn't really been that great.
3 seasons.
Yeah.
Heading down the rabbit hole. He is the comeback player of the year.
All right. Very good.
Yep.
I like that. Can't disagree. Who is your defensive rookie of the year?
My boy, Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain.
Defensive rookie of the year because he is pissed off.
Yeah, Tampa, right?
Tampa.
Yeah.
And he fell down the draft. And we talked about it last week.
Yep.
He is super motivated and super irritated and angry as all get out. Ruben Bain is going to be a freaking game wrecker.
What's going to get him there? What's going to be like the defining stat or like the thing that's
It's either going to be pressures or sacks.
Pressures
man.
or sacks,
It's
yeah.
going to be pressures or sacks. He's going to be a monster.
Yeah.
He's a really good player.
Yeah.
Like he was in a really good Miami program, and he stood out as a really good player in a really good program, and now he's angry. Now he feels like he was slighted by 14 other teams. He's going to go.
Yeah.
He's going to go.
All right. I like that answer. That's good. How about your offensive rookie of the year?
You're going to love this one. Offensive rookie player of the year will be Carnell Tate.
Really?
Tennessee Titans wide receiver.
I can get behind that.
They are a schedule
Yeah.
that is middling, if not below average. If they can find the right answer with quarterback, and if he gets the production of a wide receiver one with the schedule that they play in the offense style that they play it in, Carnell Tate, offensive rookie of the year.
I'd love that. I'm a big Cam Ward guy. I kind of want to see him succeed. Brian Daboll being there. You know, the Robert Saleh thing isn't really something I'm too excited about, but I think I just want to see Cam Ward get an opportunity. It's funny, I'm in these dynasty leagues, or just one actually. So like you draft the guy and that's your guy until you trade him.
Yep.
So you get him year after year. So I've got guys like Cam Ward. I've got guys like his name is escaping me. Running back for the Raiders. Why can't I think of who that is?
Genty.
Yeah, I've got Genty. So I get really excited about some of the moves that these teams are doing. And I have the second overall pick in the rookie draft this year. So I'm either going to get Mendoza or I'm going to get Jeremiah Love. So that's beside the point. But I like that.
I would totally roll with Love in that, by the way.
Yeah.
He may be.
But, I mean, Carnell
he may
Tate-
be the focus point of that offense.
Carnell Tate wouldn't be a bad pickup either. You know, handcuff him with Cam Ward a little bit. So
you let that man eat and give him wide receiver one looks and pass attempts.
Yeah.
He's going to eat.
I like that. I hope the Titans are good this year. I would like to see them kind of like come up the ranks a little bit.
I don't know. He's going to have a chance.
Okay, so we got our comeback player of the year. We got our defensive rookie, our offensive rookie. I need defensive player of the year.
Micah Parsons.
No shit.
Full year in Green Bay.
All right.
Giddy up. Let's go, Micah Parsons.
So he gets all right. So he has an opportunity to get comeback player of the year as well. But
defensive player of the year.
All right.
Comeback player is rock solid with Mahomes.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year, Micah Parsons.
I'd love that. That'd be great.
Here we go. Watch out.
Are we talking 15 plus sacks?
We're talking 20.
Holy
plus
crap!
sacks.
Are you high?
Micah is going to go on fire. He's on a roaster.
All right.
Healthy, returning,
new DC,
better
new scheme,
better culture, better owner, better environment, better everything. Micah Parsons is going to eat.
Gonna be real motivated.
He's going to eat.
All right. That's kind of fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Did I ask you to do offensive player of the year?
You did.
Okay. What do you got there?
Bijan Robinson.
Ooh.
Bijan.
Bijan
do everything.
Bijan mustard.
Swiss Army knife
of an
offense.
Great player.
Can't stop him.
Yeah.
Can't stop him.
Yep.
Put some guys around him, alleviate a little pressure off of him. Bijan is, again, Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
He'll do everything. He's going to get all-purpose yards. He's going to do all kinds of shit.
It's kind of McCaffrey 2.0 a little bit.
He is. It's better.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
Bijan.
Yeah.
O-P-O-Y.
All right. So now we need coach of the year.
Yep. Clint Kubiak. Raiders.
Wow. All right.
If the Raiders, I don't want to admit it, and I can't see it because they're Raiders, but you feel good about what the Raiders are doing. Hey,
you can't deny the moves have been
correct,
legit.
And I have to get on board that Tom Brady is going to make them a better organization.
Yeah.
And if Tom Brady has involvement, and Clint Kubiak, smart guy, dad's been in league forever, smart dude, grew up holding the football, raising footballs, not raising footballs, around coaches, doing all that stuff. He's a smart dude.
Yeah.
If the Raiders can put what they're doing together, they don't have to be 13-3. They don't have to. I mean, they
So
don't
they
have
make
to
the
be
playoffs.
that. Well, they don't have to be.
If he's going to win Coach of the Year, they make the playoffs.
Well, yeah, then they make the playoffs. He's going to be Coach of the Year. If they put it together, he's going to be Coach of the Year.
That's interesting. I agree with you halfway.
Clint Kubiak.
I think they are much improved. I don't think they make the playoffs. I don't think that he wins Coach of the Year because of that, but I think it's one of those things where you have to look around and go, if we did this correctly, like where we give Christian McCaffrey the MVP the year that he runs for, has like 3,000 all-purpose yards and 30-plus touchdowns or whatever, and we don't give it to Lamar Jackson. Yeah. We live in the world of reality where we actually give people what they deserve, not based on just their position.
I don't need to see Fernando play.
Sure.
I don't need, and it might be Kirk Cousins, right?
Yeah.
It might be Cousins that starts Fernando, but
yeah.
I don't need to see Fernando play to know he's going to study. He's going to watch the game film. He's going to do everything the coaches ask of him. He's going to develop. He's going to be a huge part to their culture, and they're youthful.
Yeah.
The Raiders' offense, in their skill positions and whatnot, they're a pretty youthful group.
But what I'm saying is,
Clint Kubiak.
If you look at Clint Kubiak and go, all right, he took a 3-win team to a 9-win team, I think you should win. You should be considered for Coach of the Year.
Yes.
But they won't because he won't make the playoffs type of thing.
Well, we'll see.
So
we'll see.
Right. So we got all those. Am I missing anything? Are we down to the MVP?
We are down to the MVP.
Okay. Kelly, it's a quarterback, obviously.
It has been for 13 consecutive seasons.
And it won't be anything for another 13 consecutive seasons other than that.
Will not.
2026-27 NFL MVP last year was Matt Stafford. The year before that was Josh Allen. The year before that, Lamar Jackson.
2 words. Joe Brady.
Kidding.
Josh Allen is your NFL MVP.
The 2-time.
Joe Brady at the helm now at head coach.
So we got new coach. We got new stadium. We got new Josh.
We've got a very confident Josh.
Daddy Josh.
Correct.
As some are calling him.
Watch out. Watch out. Josh Allen, MVP.
The other reason I say he just had a baby. So, but he didn't. His wife, Haley Steinfeld, did.
Any of the woes they were feeling with Sean McDermott, gone. Joe Brady's the guy.
All right.
He's going to take Josh Allen. They're going to do whatever they do, and Josh Allen is going to be MVP. Period.
Do they get over the hump?
Yep.
They do?
Yep.
You want to make a Super Bowl prediction right now? I didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah. Packers, Bills.
Are you? No.
Packers, Bills.
All right. As much fun as that would be.
Jordan Love was number 3 on my MVP, by the way.
I am seriously considering, because I have to go to Vegas in July for work.
Yep.
And so it's the perfect time to put in all these futures. So this is why I had you do this, so I could, go make some money. I'm just kidding.
Understood.
But I'm seriously considering, and this is just kind of a homer thing, like throwing $50 on Love to win the MVP. He's consistently there. He's in the top 5. Nobody wants to give him the respect that he deserves, and I'll stand on that hill and go, all right, he's improved every single year he's been a starter. Go look at the numbers. But, yeah.
Here's what I want you to understand. Rams are going to be the 1 seed in the NFC.
Really?
Rams are going to be the 1 seed.
All right.
But they are not going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That will be the Rams. That will be the Packers.
Freudian slip there.
That'll be the Packers.
All right.
Yep. Packers, Bills.
You got big things for the Packers, huh?
And
what makes you believe? I can
Bills
kind of
win
understand that because I don't really understand it. Why? Why do you have so much confidence in those two teams to come out of each respective conference? Because the Bills are going through a little bit of a transition. Their roster isn't as strong as they'd like it, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Consistency. Culture established.
Sure.
Coaches established. Joe Brady, new head coach, get it. Been with the Bills multiple years. Culture consistent. Coach consistent.
Yeah.
Everything about consistent play for the last, you can go 5 years. Super duper consistent.
All right.
And this is it. And some of your guys that were up top falling apart, like Seattle, the Super Bowl hangover, lost some players to free agency, all that good stuff. Sure, they've got their quarterback returning, a few big key playmakers returning, whatever. But it's going to be consistency wins.
Okay. Some argue that the Bills haven't done enough in the offseason to even put themselves in a position to do it. But
you don't always have to.
All this stuff plays
enough.
out a lot differently once you get into the season. So That's interesting.
Every year the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in the last X number of years.
Yeah.
It's always they didn't fill enough holes.
Yeah.
They didn't replace these guys. They didn't fill enough holes. They didn't do this, this, and this. And they come out fine. Shit. What, 1, if not 2 years, they had a miserable offensive line, and they had 0 wide receivers that anybody freaking knew who they were.
Yeah.
And they got it done.
It's true. I mean, it just proves more and more that nobody knows anything about this sport.
And people are going to roast me. I'm going to take some ribbing.
Why? Because
you're just picking the Packers because Ryan's on the other side of the
catering
table.
because he's already talked about how he's got kind of this little small secondary love of the Bills. And
No, I didn't even think about that shit. Bills, Packers. When I was going through the list because people are putting up their predictions for Super Bowl, and there's a lot of Rams.
Yeah,
there's a whole shitload of Rams, and there's way too much Bears. Way too much Bears.
Yeah, the Bears thing is an interesting one because now you're going to have to play a first place. We talked about this.
First place schedule. AFC's all over the board.
Yeah,
from the Bills to the Chiefs to this to the Chargers to whatever.
Well, this is the other thing I wanted to get into was CBS Sports recently. There's been a lot of conversations about how for the last several years there have been a number of teams that didn't make the playoffs the year prior that made the playoffs the next year.
Yep.
Okay. I got to wait for my phone to load here for some reason. So in 36, Kelly, 36 straight NFL seasons, at least 4 teams have made the playoffs that didn't the previous season. That's 36 years of swapping out 4 different teams for 4 different other ones.
Yep.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. So, for instance, in 2024, the Seahawks, Jags, Bears, Panthers, Niners, and Patriots all missed the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
All 6 of those teams made the playoffs, and one of them actually won the Super Bowl this year. So my question to you, Kelly, we have non-playoff teams for 2025.
Yes.
I'm going to just name them off. You tell me yes or no if they make the playoffs.
Playoffs, check.
Falcons.
Miss.
Bengals.
Make.
Cowboys.
Make.
Browns.
Miss.
Commanders.
Wild card. Make.
Lions.
Miss.
Chiefs.
Make. No. Miss.
2 straight years of
miss.
Okay. Raiders.
Make.
Dolphins.
Miss.
So you're at your 4.
Yep.
Okay. Then we have the Vikings.
How many do I get?
I would say 6 because we had 6 last year, but at least 4 have made the playoffs.
Okay, this is going to come down to
You have
how
9,
many teams are left?
You have 9 left, and you need to come up with 2 out of the 9.
Okay.
Vikings.
Miss.
Saints.
Miss.
Giants.
Miss.
It's so quick. And this is without you knowing who the remaining are.
Yeah.
Okay. Jets.
Miss.
Cardinals.
Miss.
Titans.
Miss.
Colts.
Make.
Bucks.
Make.
So that's 6. 1 left.
Ready.
Baltimore Ravens.
Sadly. What? You know what?
Can't have 7, though. I'm only giving you 6.
And I only have 6 right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I said last week or 2 weeks ago
that they don't make it.
Minter's not going to get her done in Baltimore.
Yeah.
That they're
sure
not going to happen.
Yeah.
Shit show going on over there now.
Yeah.
Nope.
Interesting. Yeah. Is there anybody on the opposite side off the top of your head? I'm sure we talked about this before, but I just think it's interesting. Off the top of your head, who made the playoffs last year that doesn't this year?
I'd have to have a list.
That would be teams like the Seahawks, the Jags, the Bears.
Seahawks miss.
The Panthers, the Niners.
Panthers miss.
The Patriots.
Patriots will make it. They'll make it again.
Patriots are going to be an interesting one because every time they stumble or every time something goes on, that's always going to go back to Vrabel's personal life.
Yeah.
Affecting the locker room and doing all that stuff.
Yep.
So I'll be curious to see how they played I think they played one of the easiest schedules of the last 20, 50 years or something.
Schedule. Yes.
To that effect. So, so that'll be interesting. Bears play a first place schedule.
They're going to struggle.
Lions will play a 4th place schedule.
Yep. They're still going to miss.
Yeah.
Bears are going to struggle greatly. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, great, wonderful, good, super smart dude. Whole year of tape on him. It's going to be different.
Yeah.
Going to be different for them. I stand behind it. I stand behind everything I say, Ryan.
NFL schedule release. I want to say it comes out on next Thursday. Wednesday, May 13th or Thursday, May 14th. I think we should try to tailor the next show around that.
Can you imagine the Chiefs having a 4th place schedule?
I can. I mean, you did for
with the comeback player of the year. Oh, look out
and
now.
missing the playoff. Yeah,
Look out now.
comeback player of the year and missing the playoffs. Yeah, so I'm really interested in this. They were talking about it on the radio the other day. How it's kind of like its own little holiday because
It's a reveal.
You start scheduling travel dates around it sometimes.
Sure.
You know? Oh, I might be able to make it to that one or whatever. So
Yep.
I think we should talk about that next week. I think
I'm
it'd be
with
kinda
you.
Fun. Kind of look and see, go through, maybe pick a few teams and be like, all right, this is going to be brutal or whatever. Or maybe over the next couple weeks we do what we did last year where, all right, we covered this division. What are the records based on how the schedule comes out?
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
sweet. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it's exciting. So I want to try to go to it.
I'm leaving this right here. Right there.
I like that. That way we can reference back to it when
I'm leaving
you're
it
either
right there.
extremely right or extremely
Keep your
wrong.
freaking kid out of
You
here.
said who was? You said Love was number 3, and you have who winning it? Josh Allen.
I got Josh Allen winning.
Who was your 2? Do you remember?
Oh. Yes, Matthew Stafford.
Oh, he's up there again. Huh?
Matthew Stafford.
Kind of pulling a little Rodgers, get a back to
Let me
back.
make sure. Let me make sure on this. Yeah, it was Stafford. It was Matt Stafford.
Sure.
That's yep.
All
Yep,
right.
yep, yep.
Yeah. I think somebody will surprise us this year. I think there might be somebody that comes out of nowhere.
You know what? The one I feel the absolute most confident about is Robinson.
Bijan? Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
OPOY.
Yeah. As long as he stays healthy all year.
I'm telling you.
He's got to get enough all-purpose yards.
He's
I
a
think you're gonna have
creature.
chance. Yeah. Just depends on, passing game a little bit with Michael Penix and kind of what they're doing and some other things, but I think he's got a really good shot.
He's a creature.
He's really stinking good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the show.
No, it's not.
You really want to go over that? But
It's never the show.
If you want to be a part of the show, you can in multiple ways. You can follow us on Instagram. You follow us on Twitter. You can leave us a comment, like our good friends Anthony and Shelby did on Spotify, mentioning, and I quote, "It would be nice if Kelly actually says what he feels about Ryan's bandwagoning instead of just saying, 'I support you, Ryan,' and then proceeds to talk about how he's been a Chiefs fan since '79. Which is it, Kelly? Supporting changing teams or stick with it through the good and the ugly?"
So let's go here. When I think of, and no, I'm not just giving you verbal diarrhea. When I think of bandwagoning fans,
yeah,
this is what comes to my mind in terms of defining bandwagon.
And my favorite part of this is we did a whole show on what a bandwagon fan is.
Right.
And we still don't know. We still can't listen enough to the point where we can understand what a bandwagon fan is.
I understand. And this might completely contradict anything that we've covered.
Sure.
But when I think of bandwagon, I think of you're not really set for starters as a fan. You're not really invested and set on a team. And then my example, Kansas City Chiefs, 20-year drought of nothingness. Patrick Mahomes comes in. We start winning a lot of games. We start showing up in the Super Bowl. All of a sudden, there's Chiefs hats all over. There's Chiefs jackets all over. Memorabilia is flying. Majority of those new fans, so to speak, use that term loosely, are young, right? But I'm looking at bandwagon as you're not really invested in the first place, and then you jump on a team that's having crazy good success.
Sure.
That's bandwagon to me.
Yep.
So in this reference, bandwagoning in terms of you being with the Rockies,
which I stipulated by saying, and I could make this argument, okay, and go the other way with it. I'm so invested that I don't want to deal with mediocrity.
Yeah.
I made the statement, I will return when they sell the team.
See, that's the part where if I'm going to sit here and be completely honest with myself and everyone, when you did the reveal for the Cardinals, I never thought there was going to be a going back to the Rockies because I didn't put any attention on if they sell the team, new ownership, new management, whatever.
Yeah.
If
and I'll go back and find the clip.
If the beer
where
is flowing and the hot dogs are rolling and da-da-da.
Yep.
My thing was when you put the hat on for the St. Louis Cardinals, I was surprised that we were still entertaining the Rockies. So when I came back, for whatever episode it was after the reveal.
Yeah.
Rocky's shirt's on, might have still been a Rocky's hat. Maybe there might have still been something, and you were still you were dabbling in it.
Yeah.
You're still like, oh God, look at their horrible record. And their I didn't think there would be a return to the Rockies.
Yeah.
That's where I was at.
I mean, one could argue I never left. It was just one of those things where I'm like, I may have even gone to the point where I said I won't even return to the stadium until they sell the team. Which they have since. They've sold 40% of the team, which has cleared out a ton of and they were bought by a buying group that owns not only the Nuggets but also the Broncos.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the Walmart group, and they've had proven successive track record and all this other stuff.
They did everything of every. I can't use the word parameter anymore, right? Because I can't use that. I use it too much. Or acclamation.
Yeah.
They met all of the conditions of your ransom.
Sure.
Right? They did the things that we're supposed to do. I listened to you, but I'm like, he's done. He's out.
Sure,
screw the Rockies. I'm done. Yeah. I have spent my life, blah, 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 blah. So I looked at it as, here come the Cardinals hat.
Yeah.
I'm a Cardinal fan now.
Yep.
But then you continued to dabble in the Rockies and all that. But again, they met all of the conditions that you had set. I overlooked that part.
Yeah.
Could one sit back and go, you know what? He bailed on them because they sucked. Yeah, you could, because you did, because they sucked.
But I gave stipulations.
That's what I mean.
Gave stipulations.
You had the conditions. You did. You had the conditions there.
Yeah. And I feel as though that's fair. If you're stuck in a relationship, if you're stuck in something that doesn't give back, that doesn't care about the recipient of the other side of the relationship, are you just supposed to stick it out, or are you supposed to give stipulations of like, listen, if I don't see changes in these different things, then I don't need to continue to torture myself with staying in this relationship.
Sure.
With whatever it is. Like there has to be a give and take there. Now, I do believe in, fighting for your marriage and some different relationships that you have, but it can't be a one-way street. You have to give something in return in order there's that mutual respect that goes on there, right? But if one person's not willing to fix it, it leads to a divorce. It happens all the time.
Yeah. Now, I stuck through, and I know there's a joke of me, well, I've been a fan since 79. I have, and I've been through awful times.
Yeah.
Did I consider bailing on the Chiefs? Oh, you bet your ass I did, because it's like, this is no fun. I can't be a fanatic.
Yeah.
I can't be a fanatic if I have nothing to root for. I can't do it. So I thought of like, you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's freaking time to bail.
Yeah.
I didn't bail. Had I bailed, difference between you and I, had I bailed, I wouldn't have had conditions.
Yeah.
I'd have just been gone.
Sure.
There would have been no coming back. It would have been, you're dead to me. I'm gone. I'm out.
And the funny thing is I don't even think I'd give him as much shit if he just decided to up and like start rooting for a different team other than the Angels, because the Angels are such a shit show to the point where their owner is even like, yeah, winning isn't the top priority for fans. The owner of the Angels doesn't believe that fans think the number one priority is winning.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, they got rats shitting in the stadium and like all sorts of different things are going on. Like it's terrible, right? It's awful. And they actually have money to spend, and they've been a terrible run organization. So if he came up to me and was like, yeah, I'm done. I think I can't root for this team anymore. Okay, I completely understand. Like, this is bad. Same thing with people that, I've been a Browns fan my entire life, and I want to go start over and root for somebody else.
That's your own fault.
Like, I think if you have good enough reasons to leave, my cousin's husband, who I've known for a long, long time, we go way back. He's a Dallas Mavericks fan, was a Dallas Mavericks fan until the Luka Doncic trade.
Sure.
He thought that was such a crime against the organization, against the fan base, against it all, that he was like, he did the Pontius Pilate thing, wash my hands of this, walk out, I'm done. He said, I never thought in a million years I'd do that, but that was such an atrocity to me as a fan and how they felt about us and what they wanted this franchise to be. I didn't even care the fact that they got Cooper Flagg. I had to walk away. I was done. I said I never thought I'd be that person in my life.
Yeah, and that actually characterized on the list you pulled up several episodes ago. That's a bandwagon fan.
Yeah.
When you follow a player or when
and he was
whatever.
He's a diehard Mavs fan. Like, he appreciates the organization, but he was so like, I don't even know if accosted is the right word, but he was just so offended by
how it was ran,
what they did,
the inner workings,
that he was like, I can't understand why they would do this.
Yeah.
But here's the difference. He didn't become a Lakers fan. He lives in Denver now, has for a long time, and just was like, all right, I guess I'll just support the local team.
There you go.
So that's what he did.
Yeah.
So I think if you have a good enough reason to be able to explain it, and I know that I'm probably just trying to, like, again, give you the reasoning as to what I did last year and cover up for whatever reason you can't get through your thick damn skull as to what I'm talking about.
The thing with you, Ryan, is you never left. If I were bailing on somebody,
sure,
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like you never left. You took a little hiatus, and then conditions were met.
Yeah.
You were there to return. I'm done. Like if I slam the door on you, which I haven't.
Yeah.
Except, well, I kind of did. The Chicago Blackhawks slammed the door. You fired my coach.
Sure.
You pissed me off.
Yeah.
You let good players go because they were old.
Yep.
And I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
Now but I flat ass bailed on them, right? Yeah. And I didn't even get back into hockey. You never left.
Yeah.
So I think the important thing is you never really left because you were still wearing, even after the reveal, which was so confusing to me. You reveal with St. Louis hat, and the next episode you got a Rocky shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm a showman.
What's going on here? What's going on here?
It's really all for the content is what it boils down to.
You dabbling in two here? What's happening right now? Because you just never left.
Yeah. No, I think it's funny that I get shit from a guy.
But you didn't take a team. Again, my definition of bandwagon, you didn't go to a super dynamite winning team.
It's not like
I mean,
like,
St. Louis is always good because they use the farm system.
And they weren't even good last year.
No, and they use the farm system.
They've been actually pretty decent this year.
And they're a small market team, and they're doing what they do.
My grandpa comes over. He came over for my wife's birthday last week, and he looks at me and goes, "How about them Cardinals?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they're rolling them off, aren't they?" And then we talk about the division and some other stuff, and we talk about the Rockies and whatever else, and and he always wants to talk about the Cardinals no matter whether they're good or not. And his whole thing is he'll look at a player and Freddie Freeman, that boy's good enough to be a Cardinal, I tell you what, type of thing. And he'll do those things. But, so it's ingrained in my life. I just have to be able to know who they are so I can connect with my 86-year-old grandfather as well. But I think it's funny I get shit from a guy who at one point will, Skip Bayless is a Cowboys fan. And Skip will do these theatrical things on his Instagram where he'll go, Cowboys will lose a playoff game. So it was after the Packers boat raced them in the playoffs. Skip gets on Instagram, walks over to the trash can, and throws away like all 20 of his Cowboys jerseys. Right? No, hold on.
Total theatrical bullshit.
Throws them in the garbage. Takes his hat off, looks at it, really dumb. About as good of acting as Russell Wilson, right? Throws it in the trash, walks away, all disappointed. Then you see him on a podcast whenever later he's wearing his Brandon Aubrey jersey that he's got on. And then Anthony will send me a reel about how Skip Bayless is calling out Micah Parsons and how he thinks, Skip's got it. He's spot on, right on. How come Skip isn't giving any shit for basically throwing away all of his stuff?
Because he's famous.
because the Cowboys lost the playoff game again.
He's famous. You're not.
About to be.
You have no clout. But I read this. I read this ahead of time. And I'm like, you know what? I got to have my shit together here.
Yeah.
I got to have an educated whatever. So I really broke that thing down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to look at how I'm looking at stuff. How do I define certain things? And what did I overlook in your whole reveal and whatever? And quite frankly, in the grand scheme of things, this is hard for me to just go, I really don't give a shit. I really don't care. In the grand scheme of stuff, you want to jump teams? So what?
I did
jump teams.
Yeah.
You didn't go to the Dodgers. You didn't go to, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And bandwagoning to me means that you're just jumping on board with somebody's, the Mr. Florida jersey guy.
Yes.
Right? We're wearing Florida jersey, and
Yeah.
now it's Nebraska. And now it's this, and now it's, the bandwagoning, you're trying to make, it's not a lateral move or a lesser move, which yours pretty much was with the Cardinals. And you just never left. Yeah. But I did some work on this. Yeah. I did some work.
In the grand scheme of things, it's really not that big of a deal. I enjoy the banter. It is what it is. It makes for good content on here, which is great. So, and, I like to be able to get a little riled up every now and again trying to defend myself. But I think it's funny that I have to defend myself for a team whose legacy is, like, awful. They've made one World Series appearance in the 32 years they've been around.
That's a great year, though.
I know. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Rocktober.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I actually got to see a game during that year.
Yeah.
Yep. That was fun.
Yeah. So
anyway,
good times. If you want to be a part of the show and bring on a 10-minute segment, you can comment as well.
Here's the deal. I'm maybe not even a Chiefs fan. As identified today, I couldn't name off a player that played 3 games for the Chiefs in 1986. I couldn't do it. So maybe I'm not a fan. Hell, maybe I'm a bandwagon fan.
Couldn't even name the first-round draft pick in 24.
I can't name most of them.
It's true.
Just get them on the damn field. I'll tell you who the starting lineups are for offense, defense, and special teams. But
in fairness,
after the draft, I don't freaking know.
I don't know if I could do it with the Packers. I could give you.
We could try it.
Yeah, I could give you some Rashawn Garys and some Lucas Van Ness and some Matthew Goldens and some other, Kevin Kings and whatever else first round draft picks overall. But they all have to be tied to something that I remember as an atrocity, like when they decided to take Kevin King instead of T.J. Watt, and the whole time I've been thinking, man, that sure would have been a nice flip,
But the problem is first round draft picks can sometimes play like round 7. And round 4 draft picks play like round 1.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Travis Kelce, what round was he? Was he first round? He's had a great career. Nope, he wasn't round 1. You look at some of these dudes, Trent McDuffie, he lived up to the 1. Yeah. And I still couldn't remember that because it's like, just get on the freaking team and play.
Well, and,
And I'm justifying it. I am.
No, the offensive line thing was kind of setting you up for failure because who remembers those? I mean, the fact that Tody Mandrich gets talked about as much as he does as a bust for being an offensive lineman.
But he's on every bust
I know,
list that's
it's
been
crazy,
out.
though, because he's an offensive lineman. Who the hell cares?
It's always Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
It's always Tony Mandrich.
Ryan Leaf.
It's all these guys. Yeah. And they're always on the bust list.
I almost gave you Bo Jackson.
He's not a bust.
Well, you remember he was drafted by the Bucks and then refused to play.
Yeah.
And then
who doesn't?
And then
so
went back into the draft again or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One that I was just waiting on. And I was sitting here licking my chops and waiting.
Whoops.
Ryan Leaf.
Yeah.
Just waiting to throw Ryan Leaf out there.
Yeah, and I thought about
it. None of these years are adding up.
Yeah.
None of these years are driving.
The minute I would have given you the first clue, second round pick, 1998, it would have been over.
Yeah.
And I thought it was too easy.
And if you'd have done I'd have known right away, Ryan Leaf.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sorry.
Oh, well.
Anywho.
I think I'm going to pick a new team.
Go for it.
Royals won 5 in a row, lost yesterday, losing again badly today. I think I'm done with the Royals.
Yeah, you better.
I think I'm done.
Yeah, be done for the year. At least have stipulations.
Screw them. Yeah. Move downtown. Get your new stadium in one of those deadly cities in the country. Absolutely. Go downtown. Sounds good. Good move.
Making my way downtown. Getting stabbed.
Dodging lead.
And I'm homebound.
Homebound.
Staring blankly ahead.
Oh, shit.
Through the crack. All right.
Anyway, this is fun.
Yeah. You can also email us at thearmchairauthority.com. If you want to support the show, you can go to tpublic.com, type in the Armchair Authority, or click the link in the description if you want to buy this sweet shirt that I'm currently repping right now. Let me just flex a little bit here. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to rip it. It's good fabric, though. I probably won't do that.
Solid fabric.
So you can
fabric
do that
of our lives.
Makes
baby.
a great Mother's Day gift. Probably won't make it there in time, but you can show her a picture of it. Say, hey, this is what you're getting.
Yeah, well.
So, next week we'll take a look at some of the NFL schedule stuff, as well as whatever other stories pop up. I'm sure we'll have a couple signings and whatever else. So, and maybe maybe Kelly will come up with the quiz next week, or I'll embarrass him for a third week in a row. Which will be fun.
I'm gonna do it.
So.
I'm not giving any shout-outs anymore either. Hell with it. I ain't doing it.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great Mother's Day, safe weekend, and we will talk to you guys next week.
They know the game, but they're keeping it fun. Poking fun at the stats, they're second to none. From fantasy leagues to the locker room jokes, they got the edge no one's ever broke. They don't need a suit, they don't need a tie. Just some headphones and a crazy eye. The authority of laughs and the games they know.